What's up guys? So in today's video, I want to be breaking down the $700,000 marketing funnel that made my client a lot of money and obviously made me a lot of money to a point where I'm able to move into my dream apartment at 21 years old. Now, I achieved this with one client. This funnel is OP, literally. It's better than the VSL funnel, it's better than the webinar funnel. It's a little bit complex. It's called a challenge funnel. Now I'm going to be breaking it down exactly what the funnel looked like. But before we jump into the breakdown, I know a lot of you guys have been supporting me and the last couple of months have been insane. So I thought it'd be only right to give you guys a little 30-45 second apartment tour. So behind me, we have my streamer-esque office setup. I got a new camera, which you're about to see me in a second with, but this is my office right behind you. This is actually the first bedroom. And then my bedroom is in there. But look at this view. Insane. So this apartment actually used to be the Trump Tower where I'm staying right now. It's on the 60th floor of a hotel, right? So this used to be Trump Hotel until the guys went bankrupt and a Malaysian company bought this. But I can literally order room service whenever I want. The menu is really good. So whenever I want, I can just order food. And then if you come over here, I got like some decorations. So I got some fragrances up here. This is actually the first thing I bought when I made a lot of money. It's a Dior Rimowa. I've been eyeing this thing for the longest of time. So I bought this and I took a flight straight to Miami to go meet some people in the space, and I went to New York after that. So yeah, this is the view. Got the kitchen over there, and then this is my bedroom. I got pretty much the same view. You can see the ocean over there. You can't see it right now because it's dark and it's nighttime, but that's the tallest tower in Vancouver right now. Where I'm staying right now is the second tallest tower in Vancouver. And this is the bathroom, which is insane, right? So 2 sinks. But this shower, I've got a bathtub and a shower, and it's like marble walls and everything. So super luxury, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much my apartment. And this is what this exact funnel helped me achieve with one client. And now I'm going to be running it with every single client. So let's jump into the breakdown. Okay, so in this video, I'll be exposing the $700,000 funnel that allowed me to move into my dream apartment at 21 years old. And here's the proof. So we did $622,000 in about 6 days, but I got them way too many clients that they could have handled. So we had to waitlist and accept them later into the program, which would have been over $700,000. So this is the exact layout of the challenge funnel that we designed for the client. So obviously we drive traffic from YouTube, Instagram, X, Telegram, email, all to this challenge funnel landing page where they would pretty much opt in to join the challenge. On the landing, we would have the header telling them what the challenge is about, same as the hero. We'd have the call to action to register. We'd have a little bit of social proof. So we had like as seen on Forbes and another news platform. Just so you guys know the context, this was a crypto client who had 370,000 subscribers on YouTube and wanted to launch a challenge funnel for their high-ticket mentorship program, which was around $15,000 to $17,500. If the leads wanted payment plans, it would be a little bit higher because with crypto offers, it's very, very hard to get financing. So we had to do payment plans. So call to action, social proof, and a daily outline of what exactly is going to happen on the event. So it was a 3-day free challenge. So the daily outline would pretty much be the main topic for day 1 and the subtopics for day 1. And then same thing for day 2, main topic, subtopics, and then day 3, main topic, subtopic. Call to action to kind of opt into the challenge and then show them a before and after transformation, what their crypto portfolio will look like before the challenge and what their crypto portfolio will look like after the challenge. So we show them that contrast, and obviously that's just like an added incentive to actually opt into the event. Another call to action to register, not purchase. So these are registered. And then an overview of the challenge, like what the challenge is about, when the challenge is actually happening, so the date and the times, and then why we decided to host a challenge for passive crypto. That was the challenge name. It was called the Passive Crypto Cash Flow Challenge. After the overview, we mentioned who we are, just to build some authority and trust, what my clients have actually done. So what our biggest achievements are, why they should trust us. You know, we were like, hey, we saved X amount of people from scam, things like that. So a little bit of who we are, the CTA to register. Then we'd have another CTA to register, outcomes to expect from attending the challenge, just a little bit more from what we mentioned from the before and after transformation, and then another call to action. Now, the important thing to keep in mind when designing the landing for a challenge, you don't want to overwhelm them with a bunch of information. You just want to have the key information. You've got access to ChatGPT, just make sure everything's concise and straightforward and straight to the point. We also made sure that when it came to the outcome before and after transformation or the daily outline, the subtopics, everything was tangible. So the outcomes they could expect is tangible. The subtopics of what they're going to learn are tangible and actionable. So no fluff in the landing page is super, super crucial. Now, this landing page had a 61% opt-in rate, which is pretty good for a free event. Typically, a good opt-in rate for a free event would be around 40, 40 to 50%. So we got like 10 to 15% higher, give or take. So this format really performed. Then we had the lead capture, pretty much where we captured the lead and sent them into the database. Now this wasn't a free event. So pretty much after they fill out the lead capture, we've already registered them for the general session. So we will send it to the CRM and our email list and add a general admission tag. So they're added into our email list for attendees for the challenge. And something else I did was sending the welcome email 5 minutes later rather than instantly. So what happened was when I sent the welcome email instantly as soon as they filled out the lead capture form, the welcome email pretty much just tells them like, yeah, you're in, you're registered, here's what to expect. But as soon as that they would get this email, they would not go through the rest of the funnel. So then I went back into the automation and added a wait period of 5 minutes before sending the welcome email, so they actually have time to go through the funnel before knowing that they're already inside registered for the event. So added general admission tag, sent to welcome email 5 minutes later, added lead to our CRM or our revenue tracker. The next page we had was a survey page, aka lead scoring. This is where we kind of collect the more information about the people who are opting in for the event, and this helps us forecast exactly how much we're going to make for the event, the type of people we're sending through the funnel, and also gives us data to optimize for the next time we kind of do a challenge, a webinar, or even run ads or whatever it is. So we had a little progress bar, which pretty much just told them, hey, you're 47% completed. You still need to fill out these things. So this survey form was 11 questions, and we had about a 90% completion rate. And I would honestly attribute a lot of it to this little progress bar, pretty much telling them like, hey, your registration is not complete yet, right? So we had a little video where we got the client to explain, to fill out the survey form and telling them that their registration is not complete, and to make sure to get to the last page and join Telegram group. And that's the last step. Just making sure that we're pushing all the registrants through the whole funnel. So we had the little survey page. As soon as they fill out the survey page, they'd be redirected to the next page in the funnel. We also had UTMs. When they would fill out the name, email, and phone, it would automatically get attributed to the survey page. So they wouldn't need to fill out the name, email, and phone twice. All the lead. So once they fill out the survey, pretty much our automation would find a specific lead within our database, attribute all the information that we've collected from the survey or the lead scoring form, and pretty much assign them the data that they've just filled out, right? Then they'll be redirected to the VIP OTO page, which we actually just set up just to make sure we're profitable on the front end. And funny enough, when I look back at the data, about 50% of the people who bought our high ticket offer have bought the VIP OTO that we set up in the funnel, right? So with that data, what we're probably going to do for the next time we kind of run another event is try and have more OTOs and get more commitment out of people and make them purchase a OTO. So this OTO, what we pretty much had was a little headline explaining what it was, video explaining the VIP sessions, what's happening on each day, why they should join, and then a little add to cart button or to continue, which would pretty much like if they want to skip on the OTO, we're not going to force them to buy a OTO, right? So you can click continue and automatically go to the next page, which I'll jump just a second. And then we had like a little what you get, which would be like day one, this is what's happening on day one, day two, this is what's happening on day two, day three, this is what's happening on day three. And then they could add it to cart or continue, right? Now, when they click add to cart, we would just redirect them to a WAP payment page. If you guys are not using WAP, WAP is literally the best payment processor that you can use for info product. WAP is literally the best payment processor that you can use for info products. One, you're getting lower fees than Stripe, and two, you're actually able to have the contact of a payment specialist. So if a payment goes wrong or the launch is happening and payments are just not going through, you will have that person 24/7 right there that you can contact, and it's not some Indian or Filipino virtual assistant that has no idea how to solve your problem and then has to follow up to the team and then take like two weeks to get back, a week to get back. This is not Stripe, right? So that's the issue you have with Stripe and other processing platforms. So highly recommend WAP. If you want to get your client set up on WAP and you want to get connected with my team, we can get you lower processing fees than WAP standard, which is 2.7%, which is already lower than Stripe. Just feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram and I'll just get back to you and connect you with my WAP specialist. But yeah, highly recommend WAP payments. They also have the best financing options available, which is split it, which allows your customer to split payment into 12 months while you receive the full payment in full. So if you guys want that, just shoot me a DM and I got you. But yeah, as soon as they click add to cart, we redirect them to a payment page where they'll pretty much make the payment for the VIP session. As soon as they make the payment, we add a VIP tag in the email section and we send an instant email pretty much letting them know that they've purchased a VIP ticket and they're in. The reason we removed the general tag is because we send a separate email sequence to the general people to upsell them to the VIP event. So obviously we don't want to CTA them twice to purchase the VIP if they've already purchased. So we remove the general tag and we add the VIP tag, which is pretty much the same copy, but just a different CTA, which is pretty much show up to the VIP session. And then both ways, as soon as they make the payment or if they click continue, they get redirected to a confirmation page which is pretty much just join the Telegram community where we pretty much just send reminders to show up for each day of the event. We also send workbooks in there, and then we also pitch them like 200 times once we get to the pitch. I think we had about 30 to 40% of the registrants join the community. So for the next time we do the event, I think we're pretty much just going to join the event in every single email that we send out, just so we can get that opt-in rate a little bit higher and get a little bit more commitment out of them. So yeah, then they would pretty much just join the Telegram group, and then obviously they go into the Telegram group. For the general sessions, we host it on our main YouTube channel, so it could also optimize for YouTube's algorithm and show it to more people since it was a free event. And for the VIP sessions, we hosted them on Zoom webinar. I think we averaged about 85% show up rate for the Zoom VIP sessions, and then I think it was 30% for the people who registered for the event showed up on. So that's the challenge funnel. Then on day 2, we pitched the offer and we sent them through an offer funnel, which I'll jump into right now. So this is pretty much what the offer page kind of consisted of. So we had a headline about what the offer was, then we had a deposit CTA, then we took a clip off when my client pitched on day 2 of the event, and we took the whole 30-40 minute pitching clip and we inserted it into the offer page so that they could pretty much just watch the pitch again, see what they get. But you can see this is okay. So we have a deposit CTA for almost everything that we show, right? So we had to offer exactly what they get with the offer with this deposit CTA. And then we did an ICP call out, which is pretty much telling them if you're this person, if you're this person, or this person, this offer is perfectly for you. So we just call out to the people that we want to join into the program. And then we show them a transformation before and after. This is what your portfolio will look like before the program. This is what your portfolio will look like after joining the program. Then again, we show them the offer again. Then of course, with any good offer, you need to have bonuses, you need to have guarantees, you need to have scarcity, urgency, all these marketing tactics. You need to have all of these things baked your offer, right? So obviously we had a bonus. I can't remember explicitly what the bonus was. I think it was an extra month inside the program. I think that's what it was. Then we showed them the offer again. Then we had a little urgency going on over there, pretty much telling them that the price is increasing by another 5K in X amount of days. So we had a little countdown timer as well to show them like this is a live countdown timer for when the price 15K, 20K. And then we give them a little offer overview, and then we show them the offer price beforehand, so we know that they're fully committed and they know exactly how much the offer costs. And then we also have like the main deposit CTA, which is like pretty much the same deposit CTA, just a little bit bigger button, and then some testimonials of previous clients who we worked with and what they think about the program. So we had a bunch of video tests and a little FAQ section, right? So next thing they would do is click the deposit CTA. They fill out the lead capture form where we pretty much just add database. If they did not go challenge funnel, still cap the offer funnel. Then the call to action would pretty much be to apply now. They click apply now and they'll be redirected to a payment page. As soon as they make the payment, we'll add a deposited tag so we know inside the CRM, okay, this person's deposit. And then we go out and reach out to them. And then we also send a Slack notification to our client and also add it inside our marketing tracker. So this is pretty much what our Slack notification looked like. New deposit from name has put down a X amount of deposit. So this person was foreign, hence why he had to pay extra for tag. Name, email, and then a customer service representative would assign it to themselves, out to the client. So same thing, if you had a salesperson, you just click the little button and it would assign it to themselves and they're handling. So as soon as they make the payment, they'll be redirected to a confirmation page, again with the progress bar telling them that their application is not completed yet. And we have some exclusivity inside of the funnel. So even if you applied for the program, we promise that it doesn't guarantee a spot. So the deposit was 100% refundable. So reducing sales resistance from actually putting down a deposit. But on the confirmation page, we pretty much tell them, yeah, we've received your deposit. And then we had our client record another video telling them to fill out this little lead scoring form and tell them like, yeah, we received your deposit, but does not confirm your seat. You need to fill out our vetting application. We'll go through your application if you're a good fit to join the program, which we're reviewing by hand. And then they go ahead, fill out the lead scoring application. Like I said, so we still collect data on the people who put down a deposit, right? Because some people, they may go through the offer funnel, but they haven't gone through the challenge funnel where we originally collect data on the lead. And all the data over here is more valuable over here. And then obviously there's going to be a lot of people go through the challenge funnel but don't put down an offer. So we need to have it in both spots, the lead scoring for application. And then we collect application. I read through their application and then I'll DM them on SMS or WhatsApp and I'll congratulate, hey, congratulations, the team reviewed your application and we think you'd be a good fit for the program. And I'll go ahead, give them a call. I'll give them a program overview, exactly what comes with the offer. And then they'll obviously have some questions. They'll answer the questions, sort out some payment plans, how they would like to pay, if they need split pay or whatever.
And then depending on how it goes, if they opt for a payment plan, we would mark them as payment plan purchase inside of the CRM. If it was a one-time pay, we'd add a paid in full tag. If we refunded them and they just thought the offer wasn't good for them, or they put down a deposit wrongfully, we would still save it in the CRM and just mark them as deposit refunded tag. And this would actually help us see the ratio, the number of people to put down a deposit and the number of people that put out a deposit and refunded. So I think we had a 70% close rate on the people that actually went through this exact funnel and we closed. Or we waitlist them and then we just mark them as waitlisted and save them inside the CRM if we've kind of overflown. We did. And that's pretty much it, right? And then what happened with the lead, we would have a Slack notification, and that would also go into our marketing tracker in our CRM. So that is the $700,000 challenge funnel. If you guys found this interesting, the next 2 videos I'm posting are going to be bangers. Trust me, you're going to want to watch it. So have nothing to tell you guys yet. All I ask is subscribe and stay tuned for the next 2 videos. And I am launching something. If you want my whole challenge template, I'm licensing out my whole challenge funnel, the same 700K one, with a bunch more stuff like automated outreach, things if you really want to scale. This licensing program is for you. So still working on it, nearly done. I'll leave a wait list down below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video.